How's it going, guys? Adrian Orellana, driver of the 1985 Assault Industries Polaris RZR. We just got back from the Baja 500 down in Mexico. We got third, and now we're prepping for a 3-day ride that we're going to have. We're going to walk you guys through for getting the car ready for a single-day ride all the way up to a 3-day ride. What kind of food, water, fuel, spare parts, toilet paper, whatever we bring. Follow us along, you guys can see what we take. So this is our PreRunner. So we use this for marking the course and going out and doing our homework when we race in Mexico. And also our play car. This car has been to Arkansas, Mud Nationals. It just came back from Mexico a week ago, so this car can do it all. All right, guys, so some of the things that we take that I think is pretty crucial. It's always good to have a nice jump box. Just so if your car dies, you jump your car. Also, we have phone chargers. This also charges our GPS system that we have in here. So you can charge your phone, your GoPros, anything like that. So a small little thing to have. Gloves is always an important thing. 212, they always come in clutch working on the car. The essentials. So it's always nice to have a little bit of toilet paper or napkins or whatever you want to use. Put it in a nice Ziploc bag, make sure it doesn't get wet, put that in the glove box. So part of the parts that we bring, spare belts. All cars, Can-Am, Polaris, whatever it is, always take belts. So it's good to have spare ones. In this case here, we have the Savage UTV with Boxo. So we have the spare belt, tools to remove the belt. Anything if you get belt stuck behind the primary or secondary, it's good to have the extra tools and pliers to pull it out. We carry a lot of stuff on these cars for 1-day rides, 2-day rides. So what we do is we have an Assault Industries spare tire rack that we modified, and we mounted a 1.5 Pro Eagle jack on here. So it's nice to have a jack. We also have an air jack as well. We keep everything in our rig gear dry bag, all our tools and spare parts. We also have our spare axle mounted here. That's one of the essential things for these cars. They go through belts, they go through axles, they go through hardware. So it's nice to be fully sufficient with all your stuff. So inside the driver's seat, we have a door bag on here. We put our cell phone on here, spare flashlights. Inside here, we have our communication system, rugged radios, intercom system, and full radio system. We ride this car with PRP GT3 seats. Makes it a little more comfortable, a little more secure inside the vehicle for those long day rides. So before every ride, I'll go through all the vehicle. We'll take off the wheels and tires and check everything out. Shake them up and down, make sure all the hardware is tight, make sure that all the bolts are in place. Normally we mark all our bolts so we see our mark lines. Making sure everything's just tight, nothing's squeaking, nothing's loose. Making sure your fluids are topped off, your radiator, your oil, your trans, your front diff. Making sure no CV boots are ripped, which is easy to tell because you'll see grease slung everywhere. Inner and outer is very important. Make sure there's no debris by the CV joints or drive line with rocks, bushes, excess mud, because that can create wear and unnecessary noise. So lug nuts are important to check before every ride to get your impact, and make sure you check all the lug nuts around. We had a personal experience from us a couple days before the race. Lug nuts ended up being loose, and we lost the tire 2-3 days before the race, so we had to swap out some parts on there. So lug nuts are definitely important. So every model that you have is different on fuel range, particularly our Turbo S. 2021 Turbo S gets about 70 to 90 miles depending on your driving style. So we like to carry an extra 4 gallons of fuel using roto packs. The KC Flex ERA 4s we just put on this car. It's always good to point your lights beforehand and make sure you have the lights pointed directly where you need them to be. Always adjust for throttle carry and all that stuff, so it's nice to point out just a little bit higher than what you think you need them for. One of the things, being in the career that I'm in, we carry a first aid kit. So it's nice to have the Savage UTV fully waterproof first aid kit. It comes with everything essential for the trail. We know that on the trail you'll get splinters, cuts, bruises, and also has full trauma stuff in there with a tourniquet and bandaging for the major cuts. So now that we wrapped up the vehicle maintenance and what we do to prepare for the ride, now we have to go work on logistics. So we'll go using Onyx, we're going to mark all the waypoints and map out our course to make sure we stay on course and know exactly where we're going. It's an important thing to know exactly where you're going so you don't get lost, you're not guessing on the ride, to make it more fun. So now that we're done showing you how our logistics worked, wrapping up on the car, now make sure that you guys be safe out there, wear gloves, helmet, and make sure you guys tread lightly. Pack in, pack out, make it look better than what you left it. Yay!